Hey there, I'm Matt with High Five Exterior Cleaning. I'm the owner of High Five, and I was involved helping out with the quote. Mike was our sales guy, but I also talked to Ryan and kind of fine-tuned the quote to make it work for you guys. Once we started the project here, we finished the normal methods of washing on the buildings, and we found that there's some residue that I'm going to show you guys on the soffit and on the gutter that's not coming off with our normal washing. So the best spot we can show you is probably right above the ladder here where the soffits turn out like this. I assume you guys have had the buildings washed before and you've had the same kind of issues. Here's kind of my plan for what I think could be done as one of the options. We can wash the buildings a little bit quicker than we had initially planned for. We had kind of accounted for about 5 hours or so per building, and there's 30 different buildings in the strata. And what our plan is we're going to try to finish the buildings in about 3 hours, knowing that we don't have to focus as much right away on the gutters and on the soffits. Because afterwards, the only way to really get them clean is to actually hand clean them, which I'm going to demonstrate in this video next. But first of all, what's going on here is the gutters and the soffits are black and they're glossy. So it's kind of like when you go through a car wash, and if you don't dry off the car, it actually is going to look really bad once it is dry. So once we've done this work, when it was wet, it looks perfect. But then when it dried, we're getting all of these kind of spots. And I think what it's coming from is basically the water has minerals in it, and the water is almost, if you will, just a little bit dirty. And once the water evaporates, then the dirt is still, or the dirt or minerals are still left on there. And the only way to really get it off, we've tried a bunch of different methods with the brush and everything, but the only thing that's working is what I'm going to show you here, where we hand clean it. So for example, what I think needs to be done is after every building is washed, we're going to have to go back and hand clean the soffits and the outside face of the gutter, which I'm going to demonstrate really quickly here. So that's kind of washing it with a normal towel. And then I've also got my microfiber towel, and I've been trying this for I've been experimenting with this for a few hours. And we have to actually dry the soffit with a microfiber towel for it to actually turn out as best that it can. And then it would be the same thing required on the outside face of the gutter. The next thing we're going to try actually too is having one of our guys do the washing with our downstream injector and our soft wash tips on the pressure washer, and have a second guy actually go and just dry off the gutters and the soffits before, which might cut the time required in half because we don't have to actually wash it with one towel and then try it with hand cleaning it with the microfiber. We can just do our normal wash and then a kind of scrub and dry with this towel. And I'm hoping that speeds it up a little bit. But overall, this is definitely going to be a conversation around a bit of a change order and additional time required to get this exactly right for you. Or we could have an option where we'll do the very best that we can within kind of the amount of hours that we budgeted, and we can still get the really bad areas done. But if you guys want to get it completely perfect, from what we've seen from these soffits and gutters, it's going to require hand cleaning kind of every square inch of every gutter and soffit on the complex, which we need to kind of talk to council about and figure out what option you want to go forward with. We'll go from there. Thanks so much.